Hey guys, all right. Thanks to an article by Caden Rogers from The Gamer, we got a breakdown of what Caden thinks are his 8 best theme park sims. And I thought that was he's got a pretty interesting list, and I thought we would go through it and possibly give our take on Caden's list. And starting out at number 8, he has Jurassic World Evolution 2. He goes on to say Jurassic Park is absolutely the most dangerous theme park ever conceived, and that's exactly why a park sim with the blockbuster film series Coat of Paint is so much fun. Maybe today you'll screw up, the dinos will run loose, and your entire park will meet its tragic end, or maybe today will just be another pleasant day in Jurassic World Evolution 2. Either way, the ups and downs of building a dinosaur park have already proved successful enough to warrant a sequel where even more can go wrong. The killer concept and quality execution is impressive enough to easily recommend to anybody who's ever wanted to run their own Jurassic Park. Now, you guys know with me, the thing with Jurassic World Evolution 2, Jurassic World Evolution, it was never meant to be a planet coaster with dinosaurs. That was not their MO with that style of creative management sim. Is that a detriment? Personally, I think so. I think that Jurassic World Evolution 2 could have brought on such a wider audience, like within this subgenre, if they would have given us piece by piece. I know personally, I would have freaking loved that. Like if I could have come in a pseudo Planet Zoo, Planet Coaster type of form, and would have been able to design my dinosaur habitats and stuff like that, who knows how many thousands of hours I would have had in Jurassic World Evolution over like my maybe 50 hours right now, maybe not even 50 hours. Whereas Planet Coaster, I've got 10,000 hours, and Planet Zoo, I have a little over 4,000 hours, I believe. So obviously to a player like me, to a lot of players that I think would have jumped over to a piece-by-piece creative management sim, Jurassic Evolution 2, it's never caught on with a lot of us. It's a fun game. The animations are out of this world. They just do such a good job with the actual dinosaurs, and even the aesthetic of the game, the art style. It's a quality art style, but it just doesn't have that. It doesn't pack that same punch as Planet Zoo and Planet Coaster does, and it almost pins you in a box with its almost hand-holding design, where they basically design everything for you. So yeah, number 8, good spot on the list. Number 7, Park Beyond. Park Beyond can be a little lacking in places, but it can deliver some real excitement with its frankly absurd but nonetheless charming impossification mechanic that's unique in theme park games. Though serious park builders may struggle putting together more intricate designs with the coaster builder, Park Beyond's playful spirit and exciting DLC crossovers, one is which literally Pac-Man, make it worthy of your time. It's kind of tough. Like, the developers of Park Beyond, super awesome team. From the community to some of the devs, like some of them even followed me on Twitter and stuff, like I've had back and forth with them. Super, super cool team. The game, just not what we were thinking, not what we were putting together in our heads. It just did not appeal to us as theme park fans. It was almost like it was too crazy, like it was too out there. So I don't want to dog it too bad. They might have a plan to try to bring over some more of the realistic type Planet Coaster builders, but the way that it's looking right now, no, I don't really see I don't really see a game there for us, or probably to a lot of the people that are watching this video. It just didn't pan out. Thrillville off the rails. Never really messed with this one, too much from back in the day. Thrillville isn't really about customization, but what it lacks in sandbox activities, it makes up for in polish and variety. We'd argue it's the most unique video game to carry the theme park sim tag, and though it's a bit older now, the clearer novelty the game exudes just feels as creative and fresh to play as it did back when the game launched. And like I said, I can't really speak on Thrillville. That was one of those where I probably just was more into Roller Coaster Tycoon 3, and just never really gave Thrillville much time. He's got number 5 as Roller Coaster Tycoon 2, classic thrills that still hold up. Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 was one of the great king of all the things theme park. It was easy to understand and interact with, had a simplistic and visually appearing isometric presentation, and knew exactly what a theme park should be. And I think that's what, for somebody that, I played that quite a bit, definitely played Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 more, but that sums up Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 perfect. It was like, it didn't try to be anything it's not. It really, really capitalized on Roller Coaster Tycoon, and such a fun sequel to jump in and kind of follow on in that legacy. And of course, keep that isometric style one more time until Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 came along and just blew us away, switching to that 3D style. Number 4, he has a charming little game. I never got into it much, but that is Parkitect. He has it as Playmobil meets Roller Coaster Tycoon 2, and we always had fun with this little game. Smaller dev team. It says, Parkitect may seem humble on the surface, but this classic style isometric theme park sim is everything we love, modernized in a loving and faithful way that had us smiling ear to ear the moment we hit start. Parkitect is also incredibly accessible, so if you're interested in the genre but don't know where to start, Parkitect might just be the ticket you're looking for. And I think one thing that steps out to a lot of us with Parkitect is how we can play with each other. The multiplayer, being able to jump out. I remember like me and Beyond Drew jumped in, and we had a whole, like we used to do live streams of Parkitect where you could literally build on the screen at the same time. How cool would that be if with a Planet Coaster 2, if that tool was somehow implemented where you're not just passing the maps back and forth, but you are literally building in the park at the same time. I think that was really, really what stood Parkitect apart. Number 3, Indoorlands. Never tried this one either. Internal screaming on internal coasters. You might have missed this indie gem when it first showed up. Now is the time to give this adorable park sim a go. The game, which sees you tackling indoor theme parks and buildings on a much smaller scale in a larger, more robust theme park sims, makes for a great cool down experience for those looking to just have fun without committing to a massive project. There was a couple of you guys I've seen mention this to me over the years, have never really jumped in and tried it. I think I bought it and maybe installed it, maybe jumped in for a quick minute back in the day when they first kind of did their early access release. So if it's something that interests you, maybe jump in and give it a try. Number 2, he's got Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 Ultimate Edition. Frontier practically reinvented the theme park sim with their release of Roller Coaster Tycoon 3, and later expanded the experience with zoo and water park DLC packs, meaning that when all is said and done, RCT3 Platinum is the most all-inclusive theme park sim available on the market. Hands down, and Atari has also made an optimized port available on Steam in Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 Complete Edition. The game has more coaster types than any other theme park sim by far, including a mix of fantastical prototype coasters and more grounded coaster types like your classic Woodies, B&Ms, and inverts. Add to that some of the video game's most incredible water effects to date. Definitely is on point on that one. And mind-boggling amount of flat rides, scenery themes, single-player scenarios, and more. And what you're left with is one of the genre's greatest achievements, and I think we can all agree with him on that. Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 to this day almost still sets a bar to what we want out of theme park sims. And just, you know, what an awesome time to be alive to say that, you know, we were able. I started my channel with Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 videos. I remember going on to the, remember back in the day, the Shy Guys World forum, where like Mass Bandit and N7 and Mike Sheets and Blue and all of Station Jim Jr., all of those guys would be on that forum like every day. Like basically what you guys know as Bro Nation nowadays was born from Shy Guys World and the Trident competitions, and just what a wonderful game for us to, you know, really kind of start our pseudo adult gaming, you know, shenanigans with, you know, back when all of that came out. You know, we were kind of really getting into gaming, understanding computers, understanding YouTube, and, you know, what it meant to showcase your rides on YouTube. Definitely Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 is just, it is tough between that and Planet Coaster, but he ultimately picked Planet Coaster as #1 on the top 8 best theme park sim games of all time. A theme park experience that's out of this world. He said, from the moment Jim Guthrie's The Light in Us All plays and you see that gloriously simple startup menu, you know you've reached the pinnacle of amusement park simulators, and we'd expect nothing less from a game whose tagline is literally simulation evolved. Sure, Planet Coaster might be a little intimidating to newcomers, but if you're willing to put in the time to learn the game's tools, you can create anything you can imagine in Planet Coaster. The game still looks great thanks to a wonderful mix of cartoon and realism in its art direction, and if that wasn't enough on its own, there are also several meaty post-game DLCs and free updates, making it the king of theme park sims with content galore and character to spare. There's even a console-specific version with controls and menus tailored to controllers, meaning it doesn't get much better than Planet Coaster. And I just thought that was a really good lineup from Caden. Really good article. I will link the article down below if you guys want to read it in its entirety, because he goes into a little more detail on each of the games. But I'm pretty much in agreement with Caden's list here. So you guys will have to tell you, does your 1 through 8 line up? And yeah, just let us know what you think down below. I thought it was a neat article. Thought it'd be fun to jump in and let you guys see this as well. Top 8 best theme park sims from The Gamer, and big shout out to Caden Rogers. And yep, let us know down below, and I'll catch you in the next video. See you.